Hi, my name is Omar Mohsine. I'm the UN Open Source Coordinator, and this function I have several hats, and one of them is making sure that the UN as an organization uses more and more open source versus closed source software, but also that we open up and co-create with the global open source community. And I'm particularly happy to be at the Digital Resilience Forum because it's very important to connect with experts from government, private sector, academia, and so on, and have come together with the expert on suggestions and ideas on how we can increase the resilience of our digital infrastructures. There's a global realization that our infrastructure, especially the open source infrastructures, are lacking maintenance. And this is something that is very powerful. And we're very happy to see several initiatives happening across the globe where private sector and government and so on are coming together to fund the maintenance of open source. And we commend that, and we think that this is a fantastic thing. However, we think that this effort, if done in silos and not done in a coordinated manner, can probably backfire. So this is where we would love to find ways where we can coordinate all the different and bring together all these different silos, so then the maintenance is a lot more effective. We shared some of the work we do here at the United Nations, including organizing the UN Open Source Week, which is a gathering of experts from all over the world. We had 75 nationalities who were there, where we could discuss both policy, implementations, and success stories. I also had the opportunity in the forum to talk about some of the work we're doing with regard to the UN open source principles that are by now have over 150 organizations that endorse them, as well as the internal job that we did with this community of practice that we call Open Source United, where we got all UN agencies to coordinate, bring together all their efforts, coordinate the work for a better adoption of open source at the UN system level. So the power of open source is really to have the community. And this is why securing the supply chain of open source software is absolutely key, and we can only do that with the community. So for this, we need to have bigger outreach. Obviously, funding is a problem of open source that we have to address, but not only. We need to widen the community, make it more inclusive, geographically widen, and also expertise widen, and make sure that whatever we do together. The Digital Resilience Forum was a great place where we could to share a lot of ideas. There were some brilliant sessions and big experts that shared a lot of their practice. So the main takeaway from here is that we need to raise the awareness of the importance of maintaining. And the other big takeaways is that it's time for raising the funding.